In this lesson, we talk about circuits related to trigger small currents. In the previous lesson, we learned about the boot process. Now let's take a look at what these terms mean. VBAT refers to the positive pole of the battery. The negative pole is usually not shown on the block diagram. Each chip has ground wire, which is negative pole. The power chip, crystal oscillator, hard disk on the boot base, CPU, temporary storage, and other chips all have ground wires, but they are not marked in the block diagram. Let's take a look at what these terms mean. The MOS tube on this charging chip only acts as a switch. Here is generally a PMOS tube, which is P-channel MOS tube, which is used as a switch. VPH PWR is the mean power supply. This is a crystal oscillator with a frequency of 38.4 MHz. This is the power chip. PWR-ON is power on signal. What about KYPD PWR? It is also a boost signal. Xiaomi's boost signal is called PHONE-ONN. There are some other power-on signals that are called KEYPD PWR. The power-on signal line has a variety of English references. This is power button. Where is the power button? It's on the seat, generally leading to a seat or a shrapnel. Usually the socket it is attached to is called boost socket. This is power supply. The power supply output to the power supply is not marked with this exact code. In the drawing, the power supply starts with VREG or VOUT, or the chip pin output is VDD, VCC. Generally, the power supply starts with the letter V. In the drawing, its expression may be VREG, UFS 3P0, and 3P0 represents the power supply of 3 volts. There are a lot of power supply codes because there are many brands of Android phones. For example, VBUCK is also common power supply. These terms in the drawings all indicate power supply. The CPU power supply is abbreviated as CORE, which refers to the power supply of the CPU core. Of course, there are many ways of its power supply, including GPU, modern power supply. This is just a rough reference. In fact, there are as many as 20 to 30 power supplies for Android phones. There's no way to label them one by one. All we need to know is that on Android, there are about 20 to 30 power lines for the CPU, for the memory, for the hard disk. CLK is the clock signal. This is the reset signal. This is hold signal. Similarly, this one is reset, sometimes abbreviated as RST. This is CLK, the clock signal. RX is receive, TX is transmit. Here is the whole process of trigger small current at startup. Okay, that's it for this lesson.